This campaign has got a very evocative, very emotional name, hasn't it?
It has. The campaign is called There But Not There, and the underlying thought behind that is to take names off memorials on the wall and bring them back into a community centre, into a church. This is a multi-faith initiative. Or indeed, as we launch with our 10-inch Tommies, people can buy a 10-inch Tommy and you can have it on your desk, on your mantelpiece, to remember a loved one. But today is particularly about launching our silhouettes, which physically take the name, if you like, off the wall and put it into a pew in a church, in a synagogue, in a mosque, in a good area, in a community hall, in a school, so that you can visualise the people who once sat in those places. They went to war, they lost their lives. So we're commemorating what they've done. We're trying to educate the current generation that war is terrible, but also raise money, particularly through the sale of the 10-inch Tommies, so that we've got funds to give to the charities working particularly to help those alleviate the suffering of some soldiers, sailors, airmen and Marines who have experienced mental health issues from current campaigns.
Well, it's so interesting that that is what the money is being raised for, because yesterday on the programme we had a huge response to a claim by Johnny Mercer, MP, former soldier, that the scale of PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, in veterans is simply being exaggerated, perhaps by unscrupulous charities, perhaps by people self-diagnosing. Now, I was very concerned that that could lead to people not coming forward, but, you know, perhaps, I don't know, there is a problem with people claiming PTSD when it actually doesn't exist, and maybe that affects the treatment that other people are getting. What's your view about his claim?
Johnny's a great chap, and since he's gone into Parliament, he's done a lot to wave the flag for the armed forces, so well done, Johnny. I think what he was pointing to is that it's too easy to say anybody with any form of mental health issue has got PTSD. They haven't. And the really important thing, and this is why there's a culture change that the Ministry of Defence and the armed forces are going through, is to say, if you've got any form of mental health issue, put your hand up early so you can be treated for low-level anxiety or depression so that it stops becoming PTSD. And I think Johnny was sort of getting at that. But that's why our campaign, raising money with the 10-inch Tommies, is so important, that we want to raise the profile of the fact that if you've got a mental health issue, rather like having a cold, flu or whatever, put your hand up, you can be treated, and let's prevent it going into become full-blown PTSD. So I'd say to all the viewers, please go on buying 10-inch Tommies. That will get us towards really being able to help the charities who are working well to solve this problem. But let's get the silhouettes out there with the £2 million from the Armed Forces Covenant Fund that's being made available. Register your interest on the website, There But Not There, and the grants will be made available in June.
And you must be so heartened by how people have reacted, because you say a loved one, but actually it could be no one in your family lost their life, but in fact you still owe them so much, all those who did.
Kate, you're right. And of course the wonderful thing is that you can actually have the name of a loved one on here, or so many are in unmarked graves, just marked known unto God. So whatever faith or religion you are, most people understand there's a God out there, and he knows who those people, and so many of them are in graves unmarked, just a soldier of the Great War, known unto God. So I think this is something everybody can be involved in. Have one of those at home. They do cost £32 plus post and packaging from the website, but get your community, your school, your church, your synagogue into buying silhouettes.